hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. All your life you've tried to be a good man inside.
Hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. We have so much to tell you, right? Okay, while I have these out, I was about to go throw them in the wash. But I just got these in the mail for the boys, 4th of July pajamas. These are so cute. They're from Hannah Anderson, who makes the best quality pajamas. I order so many different sets from her for the boys for like holiday things because she has like really cute seasonal pajamas. So anyway, this one is for Cam. It is a set, like t-shirt with the shorts. Red, white, and blue stripes for 4th of July. And she has a bunch of different prints right now on the site. And then I got Quentin this little zip-up like romper with all the stars. So I can't wait to get them together for a little cute picture. I just think these are so, so adorable. I believe these actually are on sale right now as well. And they do have girl sets too, which are really cute. I'll leave a link down below for both of these in case you guys want to check them out. Alright guys, I'm sitting in the backyard with the boys. I had to take that sweatshirt off because it's like 80 degrees out here. It actually feels really good. But obviously I was hot in a sweatshirt, so. You want to say hello?
Hello! Mama, I want to
shaved head. I don't even know if I told you guys that Alex shaved Camden's head. I said it on Instagram, but I don't know if I ever said it on YouTube. It's grown in so much though since he did it. He did it a few weeks ago, you guys. Cam was legit bald. Okay guys, I just put Quentin to bed for the night and Alex took Camden to the park. So I have a little bit of time before Cam gets back and I have to like start his dinner and all of that. To tell y'all about the big news. I'm so excited to finally share this with you guys because I feel like it's been such a long time coming. Also, the air conditioning just kicked on and I'm sitting kind of near the air conditioning vent. So if you hear a noise, I'm sorry, it'll probably shut off soon. So as you know by the title, the big news is that we are moving and we are officially moving because I know that I have freaking talked about moving to you guys for what seems like years now, when it probably has been years. But we are officially moving. We are under contract on a house in Charlotte, North Carolina, and y'all know that we've now been looking into Charlotte recently, and Alex went down there a couple weeks ago for the day, and a lot's been going on, and there's a lot more that I have to tell you guys. But I'm probably just gonna start from the beginning of when we started this journey of moving, of wanting to move to Charlotte, because if you don't hear the whole thing, you're gonna be super confused, and I feel like I have so much to say. So just make sure you watch this entire part so you can really understand what we're doing and what the plan is. So we decided that we wanted to take our family and move to Charlotte, North Carolina. So we started looking into all of the different areas of Charlotte that we would want to live in, the school districts and everything like that. We really researched, talked to a lot of friends and people that we knew, and we figured out what area we would want to live in. So I think I mentioned this before, but we weren't sure if we were gonna just buy a house that was already built or if we were going to buy land and build a house. I ultimately wanted to buy land and build a house just because I would love to build a custom home that has everything we want and everything we need in it. I feel like whenever you buy a house that's already built, sometimes it's perfect, but that's very rare to actually find something that is perfect, that you love, and that has everything you need. Usually you have to make some changes to it. So I just figure it would be really fun to actually build our house. I've always wanted to build. And so we started looking for pieces of land. And we would like just search the internet for like weeks. And finally we came across the perfect piece of land for us. It is 4 acres and beautiful and in the area that we want to live in Charlotte. And we were really, really stoked about this piece of land. So we bought it. We bought the piece of land, and that is why Alex went down to North Carolina a couple weeks ago. He went to go look at it in person. So we actually don't close on the land for, I think, a few more weeks. I think in July is when we close on the land. But we will be building our house, and I am so excited. This land is beautiful, you guys, and it's like perfect. And Alex saw it in person. I've only seen pictures online. I obviously couldn't go with him because of like COVID, and like I had to watch the kids, and I wasn't going to bring them just for like a day trip down to Charlotte. So anyway, Alex went. He saw the land in person and he loved it even more. He said that I am going to absolutely love it when I see it. So yeah, that is just one part of the story. There is more. Now, we obviously don't want to start building a house in Charlotte while we live here for many reasons. One, we have completely outgrown this house, which is why we're moving in the first place, and I don't want to stay in it for like another couple years or however long it takes to build the house. Another reason is we don't want to move to a completely new city and a completely new location without testing it out first. Because what if we don't like it? You know, what if we hate it? What if we want to move back to DC or move somewhere else? We just don't know. So we are under contract, but we want to test out Charlotte first and make sure that we love it before we start building. So our plan was to move down to Charlotte in the area that we like and buy a house and wait 6 months to a year before deciding to start building on the 4 acres, just to test it out. And then after around 6 months to a year, when we decide, okay, we love it, we want to stay here, then we would start the building process. And we think it'll take at least 1 year to build the house. I mean, Alex is like a realist. I'm an optimist, so I'm like, oh, it'll take no time at all. And Alex is like, it'll probably take a while. You never know what problems are gonna come up. You never know, like, you know, there's just so many things that could happen. And to expect that it's gonna be done before 1 year, he just doesn't see that happening. So he's like, it's at least gonna take 1 year, possibly up to 2 years, just depending how fast we work or how slow, like if we take our time or what. So we're thinking it's probably gonna take around 2.5 years total. So from the time we move to Charlotte, oh good, the air conditioning finally went off, thank you. So from the time we move to Charlotte, give it 6 months to a year to test it out, make sure that we wanna stay there, and then start building, add another year onto that, possibly another 6 months as well, so that's like 1.5 years. Total, that is anywhere from, I don't know, 2 to 2.5 years. From the time we move there to the time we can move into our custom home. So we have to find a house to live in the meantime, and we are not gonna rent. We decided that we would rather just buy a house and then sell it when we're ready to move into the house that we're building. So after we went under contract on the land, we were like, okay, now we have to find a house to move into for a couple years while we build. Well, the 4 acres of land that we bought is right next to a like a community of houses, like a I don't know what it's called, like a development, you know, with houses. And so we were like, okay, well, it'd be perfect to live in this development because it's right next to our land, and it'd be super convenient for, you know, building and all of that. And then we would really get to know like that specific area. Camden's obviously going to start going to school, and he would be able to stay in the same school system. The kids would be able to meet friends, and Alex and I would be able to meet friends. And when we move into our house that we're building, we would still be right there, which would be perfect for the kids, for us, the schools, the friends, everything, all of that. We're like, we really should find a house in this development. So that's where we started looking. We don't use like realtors. We like to just skip all of that stuff, search ourselves, and then at the end, we just hire like a lawyer to do like, to draw up the paperwork and all of that for like the contract and the closing. We found a few houses that were for sale in this development that we were checking out. One of them actually like went up for sale, and then we were like kind of looking into it. We thought it was a little overpriced, and then a couple weeks later it went up 10K. And we were like, this house has been sitting for, it was going on a month, I think, at this point, that had been sitting there, like at least 3 weeks. And then it went up in price, and we were like, okay, that's out. Like, why would you put your house up for sale and then it doesn't sell for a few weeks, and you're like, oh, I know what I can do to sell it. Let me raise the price. And then there were a few other houses that we looked into, but ultimately we decided that the row of houses that borders our land, because like we have the 4 acres of land, and then there's like a kind of like a stone wall that was built by the development, and then the houses are on the other side. So there is, I don't know, like 10 or 15 houses that kind of like border our property. And we were like, okay, well, it would be really cool to buy one of the houses that border the property, and that way our land would literally be in our backyard. And then that would be super convenient, and it'd be really fun to just go over there and like watch them build. It'd be just amazing. So we're like, we should really try and find a house that's for sale that's bordering the property. So Alex decided that he was gonna fly out to North Carolina, check out the land in person, make sure it's what we wanted, and then you guys, this is a really funny story. Like, Alex is crazy, but he literally wrote up letters to every single house that borders our property, told them our story of like how we're buying the land behind them, but that we want to live in one of the houses bordering the property so that it would be really convenient. And he pretty much asked them like, hey, if you have any interest in selling your house within the next 6 months, like give me a call, because we are looking to buy one of these houses. And he like personalized it to every single house. Like, he figured out like the names of the people, the addresses, and like literally like personalized these letters, and he dropped them off at every single person's doorstep when he went there. And a few people actually got back to us, but we ultimately ended up like talking with this one guy who was actually going to put his house up for sale in August. He sent us pictures of the house. We kind of went back and forth with like pricing. Like, we did that ourselves. He didn't use a realtor either. And so all those fees were completely cut out, which is really nice. And yeah, we're under contract for a house that is literally like in the backyard of the land that we bought. So it's crazy how this worked out. It literally, like, I can't even like wrap my head around how cool this is. But the fact that we're under contract for both a house and for the land, I felt like I needed to tell you guys at this point, because we close on the house at the end of August. So we will actually be moving at the very end of August, or like beginning of September, like sometime around then. I'm not exactly sure when, but sometime around then is when we're going to be moving to Charlotte. And we haven't sold our house yet, but we started decluttering the past couple weeks. Like, I should show you guys the basement. It's just like filled with boxes. We have a whole section of the basement full of stuff that we're just going to donate. So I've already called the company that's going to come pick up all of the donations. And then like we're getting rid of a bunch of stuff, like throwing away a lot of trash that we have just all around the house, and decluttering everything so that when we do move, it's just going to be much easier. I just realized that I have to run up to the store to pick up a couple things. Alex and Cam just got back from the park and I realized we were out of bananas, yogurt, and arugula. I need my arugula. I literally eat an arugula salad every single day. It's so good. I feel like I've told you guys everything, but I'm most likely missing stuff. So yeah, if you guys have any questions at all, I'm sure you guys have lots of questions. Because I feel like I just threw all of this information at y'all, and I've been like wanting to tell you guys this for so long, but I just wanted things to be like signed. I wanted things to be under contract before I told you guys the news, because I didn't want it to fall through again, you know what I mean? So I'm just really excited that you guys finally know that we're moving to Charlotte. I cannot believe it. Like, I can't believe we're gonna be living in Charlotte. It's just, it's crazy. Oh, wait, one more thing. So Alex and I are flying down to Charlotte in a few weeks. We're just going for the day. So we're leaving super early in the morning. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but super early in the morning. And then we're gonna get back late at night, but we're going for the day because I want to see the land in person. I haven't seen it yet, and then we're gonna go look at this house and see it in person. We're gonna have it inspected that day, like while we're there, and then just like, you know, check out the town, check out the community, all of that stuff, all of the stuff that Alex got to do that I haven't got to do yet. We're not bringing the kids, so they will be home. My mom's gonna be helping out, watching them, but I'm just so excited to go to Charlotte and see all of this stuff and see the land and see the house and see everything. Like, I'm really stoked about it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about any of this, like the moving, the building, like any of it, just leave your questions down below and I'm gonna answer them as soon as possible. I'll probably just answer them in my next vlog. I know I'm probably gonna be asked the question of, is my mom coming? And honestly, I hope she does, you guys. Right now, she's not, but eventually she could, and I really would love to have her down there. I'd also love to have Alex's parents down there, so we're also trying to convince them to move down there too, and they are considering it as well. If we could get our families to move down to Charlotte with us, like, that would be the dream. That would be the dream. We would be set. Anyway, I think that's it. Leave your questions down below and I'll answer them in my next vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.